Hey. Okay, so here we are, guys, back at another part of the Dead Space podcast, and obviously I have my co-op commentator with me.
Hello.
And well, of course we have Hammond, because Hammond's a fucking badass.
Hammond was the most badass out of this entire game.
Yeah. Shame, like what happens to most black guys in like any kind of horror genre.
It was more of a shame that you didn't get to see more of them.
Yeah. So yeah,
I mean, he certainly went out like a badass at least. Rambo style.
Yeah, we'll see that a bit later on. For anyone who's not fucking seen Dead Space before, I mean, like, spoilers, but honestly, this game's old as shit now. And that's why we're doing the commentation this way, because it's still not really spoiling the game since most people have played it by now.
It's gone past the point of being scary.
And just amusing.
Personal log. Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple.
So as you can
tell me you smashed the body there.
That planet open since my captain
I don't do any such thing.
panic, the riots. They were nothing compared with what came after. Our friends, our co-workers, started coming back.
Yes,
Changed,
forethought.
coming back to kill us, drag us away.
Well, I was doing it for the sake of doing it.
Disappeared this morning.
Honestly.
To assume he's dead. My crew.
See, I always did it because I remembered what happens when you come back here later.
Keep an eye on them, but right now I have bigger problems. We're hemorrhaging
My memory of this game is very fuzzy at this point, so I remember certain things but don't remember everything.
Temple out.
So I do get caught out in places. And get used to me getting paranoid, thinking, hang on, am I going the right way, kind of thing.
The one place in this game that always confused me was when you got to the bridge, because I kept forgetting whether I needed to go up or down.
Yeah. Well, this game's really good for like kind of branching paths in the same area. It doesn't feel linear because it's like all in the same kind of map, even though it does restrict you, and I liked that about this game. Like, it's level based basically, but it's designed in such a way that you don't feel like you're being restricted.
It all comes back to a central point, so it's like Dark Souls where the game's really linear, but there's a multitude of connecting paths.
I would say it's less so in Dark Souls, 'cause Dark Souls you can always go back to the previous areas, whilst in Dead Space you can. It's all just story context.
What place couldn't you go back to in Dark Souls?
No, Dead Space. I'm saying Dead Space is very
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yes, the prime example of, oh look, if you shoot both the necromorph's arms off, it kills him instantly, so you don't have to shoot 3 limbs off on hard. A way of saving ammunition, I discovered. Although you
pretty well with the kinesis.
Yeah, although you do have to be very on the ball with the aiming. I do accidentally beforehand, I do accidentally press the kinesis multiple times at one point. I'm like, oh fuck, can I like pushed it, and because I didn't leave my thumb off the button, it went off again, because obviously the Xbox buttons are pressure sensitive.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Yeah, so I accidentally set off kinesis like twice a couple of times, and it kind of like, I was like, fuck. Wasting my fucking shit. I need that.
Man, why would he do something like that? I don't get it.
Oh, we're also going to see some very bad inventory management this time around.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
Yeah. I get to the point where I've filled my inventory and I'm trying to prioritize what to pick up, and I'm like, oh, I need that fucking blueprint kind of thing, and I'm not close to a shop. I could have like very easily just ran back to the shop, but then I would have to fucking run all the way literally back. I was like,
I
well,
hated the shop placement in this game. They were in the most inconvenient places possible.
yeah, you see me bringing shit with me to throw at things now. And text logs that we currently can't read because of the resolution, but that's okay, you guys will be able to read that. Fucking 240p.
Yeah, you told me this is gonna be in HD.
It will when it's uploaded to for the people who are actually watching with the commentation, so.
Well, that's good.
It's a choice between I could have uploaded this in HD for us, Leviathan, but we wouldn't be able to do this for another 2 days or some shit. This is going to be up in 720, like I've already decided. I was considering 1080, but that might strain my internet a bit too hard, I think.
You'd be uploading for weeks.
Yeah, I will. All the Air Defense Force was up in 1080, and each one of those episodes took forever to go up.
About 20 hours, I presume.
No, not that long. They took about I think 9 to 10 hours, some of them, depending on how long they were.
What's your up rate?
I have no fucking idea.
Oh, you've never done a speed test?
I have done a speed test, but asking me to remember a fucking number like that's impossible.
Oh, I always remember mine because I'm proud of how much better it is than all my friends.
Well, that's because you have fucking penis issues.
Internet penis?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Fucking have that. See, it's going so well. There you go, I spammed it accidentally.
So you only took 3 shots there, I thought it takes 4.
He only took 3, because I guess I damaged him with the thing I threw.
Well, no, because the first arm came off at 1 hit, and I'm pretty sure you missed the first shot on the second arm. So that means he should have gone down as 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I am using a fucking controller.
Well, no, it's just I always assumed that the limbs always took 2 hits on, was it Sell It difficulty?
No, this is hard. But you are correct, they normally do take 2 hits each. So my guess would be the item I threw at him did damage him slightly.
It's one of those numbered games where it took just enough off that 1 shot will do it.
I think I tried to level up the plasma cutter as well a bit.
To play through this game without the plasma cutter is a fool's errand.
It is. The plasma cutter is one of the best weapons in the game.
Well, that and you don't find nearly enough ammunition for everything else. Well, maybe the Ripper.
The Ripper's a decent weapon, which I won't be using because I think it's an OP weapon.
Well, that and it's kind of useless for the bosses.
It is, yeah. Well, the idea is, like I said, I'm carrying 3 weapons at all times because when you carry 4 of the weapons, basically the ammo gets way too spread out. With 3, you basically have just enough for everything. Just basically be like, oh shit, I need to reload my plasma cutter. I may as well like switch to something else, and then when that runs out, switch to something else. That's kind of how
in Dead Space 2, it always dropped ammo no matter what weapon you had.
Dead Space 2 is very good at dropping what ammo you needed, kind of thing. Like it would gauge your inventory. In this one, it does it a little bit, but not as much. Like you can literally be out of plasma cutter ammo and it won't give you any, kind of thing.
Yeah, you have to wait for the planted ammo.
Yep.
Always found that kind of silly game mechanic that devs would plant ammo. I mean, yeah, it would kind of suck if you can't finish the game because, you know, you fucked up Royal and you don't have any supplies left.
Yeah.
But I still think it's kind of silly that they expect the player to be that bad.
Yeah. Oh, here we go, Leviathan. A bit of premeditation here on my part. Do you reckon it goes in my favour?
No.
You know what's over there to the left that I'm currently aiming at, right? Explosives. See explosives?
Yeah, I see it.
Now I aim to them. Oh shit, the thing's in the way. Fuck.
I was gonna say no because there's 4 of them there.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna try and blow the canisters, but by the time something was basically next to the canister, I couldn't hit it. And here's an example
this
for me.
Is spray and pray at its finest.
Yeah. Good use of the what the fuck is that called?
I don't remember either. Shit.
Bollocks. I can't remember what it's called.
Wave rifle or line gun?
Line gun. It's called the line gun. You're right. Stompy. Because why not?
I would have done it completely out of reflex because of Dead Space 2.
Mhm.
It always annoyed me in the second one how whenever you got attacked by the children, because there were so many objects on screen, if you looked away it despawned the bodies. And
Yeah.
then you'd lose the items with them.
Ugh. Gross space. So yeah, you have to excuse it. I can't quite remember most of the maps in this game. It was one of my favourite games, but I haven't played it so long that basically I'm trying to be thorough in getting everything, because I don't want to miss any of the nodes or anything, because you kind of need them. Fucking understatement of the century. Kind of need the nodes.
I think I got enough of them to upgrade like all 4 of my primary weapons by the end of this first run through.
Someone has shut off the fuel lines to the primary
Well, it's not
engine
so
and
much the
damaged
weapons I'm
valves.
too worried about. I mean, the plasma cutter I kind of need. The other thing you need to upgrade is the suit HP, which I still haven't even done yet.
If it's one of those crazy unitologist bastards.
It's kind of getting to the point where I'm thinking, I really need to upgrade this suit.
Help me with the tools. Temple out.
I mean, I remember my first playthrough of the game, like the very first time I had the game. I basically blew all my money on fucking nodes. And then you get to like the next suit and it says, oh, this costs fucking 70,000. You think, oh shit, I just spent all my money on nodes.
Yeah, that was my plan, was between each suit, I would only purchase notes after I bought the next suit.
Yeah.
So I put my money into the suit and then all of the rest of it into nodes and then just stockpile till the next suit.
Yeah, that's kind of what you need to do in this game. You can't just go out and spend all your money before you get the next suit, because you'll get the next suit and then realise you don't have enough to fucking buy it. I mean, you could do a cheap tactic. Well, not even a cheap tactic. What you can do is you can basically think, right, I really need to get this next suit. I'm going to have to sell some of the shit I've got in my inventory. You don't want to do it, but, you know, you will if you want to get the suit kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's why I like hard, because hard makes everything a bit more tense.
I missed the tensity of playing this game the first time.
Oh yeah, it's like the first time you play Dead Space is the best because you don't have a clue what to fucking do. It's generally quite unnerving, like the atmosphere.
Or what's going on, like
Yeah.
the storyline really draws you in.
It's working, Isaac.
It really does. Like,
It's only a quarter full,
it's
but
basically
that's enough to restore orbit
one
once you bring the engines
one
online.
piece of shit thing after the next that you got to deal with, and it's fucking awesome.
False alarm. Thought I saw something.
It does help that the fucking spacesuit looks absolutely fucking badass, though. Like,
I just kind of think of like if they took a welder's suit and then put it on a spacesuit.
yeah, I can see that, the welder's mask, certainly. But you know what I mean? I can't think of any other spacesuit design that even comes close to the way Isaac's looks, and it's like I need to do some research and find out who actually designed it, because it is very unique in style.
Have you seen the new spacesuit designs for NASA?
No, I haven't. Why do they look very similar?
They kind of look like Tron and Buzz Lightyear.
Like,
I'm not kidding you.
that sounds like the best mix like ever.
Like, I think they're asking for the public to vote on them. I saw a story on it.
Okay.
I looked at each of the spacesuits and I was like, these look so much more stupid than the original suit. Like, I miss the original suit now.
I'm gonna have to insert an image of that at the end of this part, if I can find it.
It shouldn't be too hard.
Well, we'll have a look afterwards. I'd like to include people in this topic of conversation of, does this spacesuit look terrible? I'm gonna take these explosives with me. Oh yeah, be prepared for the magical disappearing explosive, by the way. It's actually, like, I had to do a double take, like, I didn't really understand what happened. I think I know what happened, but I'm gonna be watching it now interested in what actually did happen. Right, I know what happens to this one. I basically have a, I believe I'm coming up on a necromorph, so I basically have a spaz fit. I see it and then just fire it, and I'm like, oh fuck, I missed.
Mm-hmm.
Now watch what happens. Something yeah, look, it's gone.
What the fuck?
Exactly. I think the elevator door just knocked it over the side, but it literally just disappeared. I was like, huh?
It pulled a
there's
Half-Life
my
2.
my fucking rage there, just like, oh fuck. I wanted that explosive. I needed it.
It pulled a Half-Life 2.
Yeah, it fucking just vanished like a fart in the wind.
Oh, here, I found him.
I want to see a magic trick. I use some of my pulse rifle ammo because fuck it, why not? They got
Pulse
plenty of the
rifle
fucking
is
shit.
Infinitely more useful in Half-Life. Or, I mean, yes, Half-Life.
Half-Life?
Dead Space 2.
It is. They did make it a lot better. It is useful in this one, but only for like those little fucking douchebags mainly.
Not even them. I would just use the force gun for them.
Oh yeah, force gun's pretty good for those. So what do you reckon? Do you reckon when I get the contact beam I should trade out my plasma cutter for the contact beam?
No.
That'd make the run so much harder, wouldn't it?
It would. Oh, you can hear him in there.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a body. You disgust me.
Yeah, man, he takes so many fucking hits, it's retarded.
No, he's very easy to kill if you can hit underneath him. But you just kind of gave up on that and just kind of unloaded on him.
Yeah, fuck him. I got the ammo. I don't care. He's dead now. I lost a little bit of health. Like I said, I'm definitely nowhere near the best Dead Space player. I'm kind of disgusting. But at least I try, you know?
What's disgusting is going back to Dead Space 2 after 8 months of not playing it and then trying to do impossible.
Ugh.
It brings the tensity of the game back. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it would do. So for anyone who's watching this and still hasn't played a Dead Space, and they're on part 5 or part 6, whatever part this is now, what the fuck are you doing watching this? Go play Dead Space. And then play Dead Space 2.
They'll be like me and watch the spoilers for a game because they don't want to play it, but they're interested in the game.
Mhm.
I've done that for so many games.
I got this day one release because I was excited for it.
Me and a friend rented this at the weekend and just played it all the way through overnight.
It's so fucking good. Like, the first time I played this game, it was just like, oh my god. Everything I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And for survival horror, it's surprisingly forgiving, because even when you do die, it checkpoints you, so...
Oh, that's good.
I still periodically save, because I don't want my Xbox to crash.
Not like it did for Dark Souls.
Now the
Fuck,
centrifuge is
shut up
offline.
about that.
We've got
I was
to
not happy about that.
heading off our ass, and without that centrifuge to balance
So,
the
for anyone
gravity
interested in the
flows
reference
straight down to the column.
Leviathan was making,
I'm heading in there
I
now
was
to see if I can
on
fix
the
it.
second playthrough of my Dark Souls 2 character, and the power basically went out while Dark Souls 2 was saving, and I lost my fucking second playthrough character. I was fucking livid. Like, I was so fucking angry.
I can tell you there was a kid in my lab at school that was more angry. He'd spent like 4 hours working on figures to go into his thesis because the draft was due soon. He didn't save, and his computer froze.
Oops.
Oh man, he was so angry.
This is why you periodically save. I periodically save everything I fucking do on my computer.
Decontamination sequence activated. Please stand by.
Oh yeah, the containment room.
This place is like the safest place on the ship.
This room?
Yeah, look at that. I walked in here. The first time.
Safest?
Yeah, I walked in here the first time before any of this happened, just looked around, it's like, man, it's clean in here. It's nice. And then they proceed to ruin that later on.
I was gonna say safe, look at this shit.
Well,
As you can see, my aiming's got a lot better.
in my defense, most places don't have ventilation shafts big enough for a human to crawl through.
Yeah, I agree with that. So yeah, the reason I am actually aiming a little bit better than I was in the last set of videos is I have no recording lag this time. I fucking hate those things. Look how many hits this guy takes. You can see me aiming at the arm, but it's like hitting his head. And he's just gonna...
Now he's stuck in the wall.
Yeah, you know, because physics. That's how that works.
You're gonna pull a canned.
Decontamination sequence complete. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, he's just like there spazzing out. It's like playing Pinata. Where's my
How's it
fucking...
hanging, bro?
Where's my candy?
I love the pinata videos of the kids just swinging, missing completely, and just clubbing one of the other kids.
Yeah, like hitting their sister in the face and shit.
Oh, classic.
Funniest pinata video I ever saw was when one guy hit his brother and it like knocked one of his loose teeth out. It's okay.
Well, that saved him some trouble.
Yeah, I mean it's okay when you're a kid, you know, and you get rid of those baby teeth. Yeah, I remember where that node was.
I just loved how in King of the Hill, Cotton shot one with a shotgun. Because his birthday gift to Bobby was a 12 gauge.
Well, I can't see a problem doing that.
No, not especially since it's required that you take a rifle with you to church on Sundays.
Ah,
in
yes.
certain states.
Silly fucking laws. I love those things.
I hated this hallway in Dead Space 2.
Oh yeah, it was back, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was probably the most relentless hallway in the game.
Oh yeah, it was pretty intense. That's why I was slightly nervous going through it again, because I can't remember what's Dead Space 1 and Dead Space 2 sometimes. There's me fucking periodically saving again.